All right, lovely people. The time is 33 minutes past 11. We're halfway through the show. Don't forget, of course, weather report rolling in at midday and activity guide in about an hour or so, 12:30 as per usual. On a lovely, lovely Monday morning here in the capital. Hope you're enjoying your Monday out there. Sunshine all around. Get to it during your lunchtime. Make sure that vitamin D blesses your skin. We're about to get blessed right about now in our earlobes because I've got guests in the studio from French for Rabbits, the lovely Brooke Singer and Ben Lemmy. Welcome to the studio.
Kia ora.
Hey,
Kia ora, kia ora. Now, we've got a lot to talk about. You guys are on mid-tour. You've also got a whole bunch of music coming out, a forthcoming album in November, and a brand new video as well, which I checked out this morning. But before we get into all of that, I figured we'd just kick off with a song.
Yeah, that sounds really good. We're going to try a song called Close My Eyes. We haven't played as a duo since, I feel like we played in Barcelona.
Yeah, true.
What was that,
We were.
2014 or something? So, yeah, we're going to give it a crack.
All right.
So, this one's a nice dreamy number. Into the silence, this is the void I was trying to avoid. Loneliness comes when everyone goes alone. Oh, close my eyes once, and I am ready to fall. Close my eyes twice, and I am lost to it all. Never been left with myself for so long. Oh, I can keep out the grey from settling in, the ghost that keeps me so cold. Close my eyes once, and I am ready to fall. Close my eyes twice, and I am lost to it all. And I am lost to it all. And I am lost to it all. Ooh, 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 ooh.
What a treat. What a treat. Gotta pinch myself every day. I come into work and I get to meet amazingly creative and delightfully amazing people like yourselves. Thank you so much for coming in. What was that song?
That's a little one called Close My Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which was on our last record, and yeah, we don't really play that one very often, so nice to bring out some of the sort of not B-sides, but like
The rarities.
the rarities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not only is that a song you don't often play, but also you don't do a duet as such that we were just sort of mentioning. The last time you guys played together like this was in Spain.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that story, because that sounds awesome.
Do you wanna-
We caught a bus from Luxembourg all the way down to Barcelona. Took about 18 hours or something on the bus.
Some really long time, yeah.
But yeah, bit of a luxury to be on the tour bus with Alnus Obel, who's pretty amazing artist up from Scandinavian artist. And yeah, we were opening for her tour back in 2014.
Awesome.
And yeah, just opening in all these really beautiful kind of theatre halls, like hundreds of years old and really majestic, and
Wow.
definitely some great memories for sure.
And so what led to you guys playing an acoustic set like we're doing today?
Oh, well, it was basically a logistical reason, which was, I think, however it worked, we couldn't quite figure out how to get John there as well, so he decided to have a day off and drove across the country and stayed in Switzerland, I think. And he had a great time, and actually by the time we met up with him again, me and Ben were absolutely shattered from being on the road, and he
Yeah.
was just like a box of birds. He was so happy. So it was good. Yeah.
And so so you ended up performing just the two of you?
Yeah, so we sort of figured out a set that would work, just the two of us, and yeah, I think it actually went pretty well that night,
Yeah.
from memory. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the gig was great. I remember getting into a bit of a fight with the stage manager. That's the lasting memory for me from that show.
Oh.
It was
That's
kind of comedic though. It was pure comedy. Yeah.
Pure comedy.
So did the crowd know the situation, why they were getting sort of a portion of the rabbits?
I can't remember. I mean, we were brand new for them
Right,
being the
so it
support
would've-
act, so who cares really?
Yeah.
They just get what they get, hey?
Yeah, that's right. Damn
Um,
straight.
Yeah. Oh, just making noises here. Yeah. So that was
It's crazy the kind of things that happen on the road. You just can't predict.
cannot predict.
Cannot predict everything. You can only pack so many things. You can only prepare so much.
Yeah.
And we were talking about a couple of things that happened leading to you guys flying up from, was it Christchurch?
From Christchurch, yeah, we
this morning.
played in Christchurch and Dunedin over the weekend, and it was great, and everything went very smoothly. But on tours, there's always some little thing will happen. Like one time, I left my passport and, in fact, all my identity things and my money and everything just on the side of the street one time on tour, but and then travelled for a few hours and then realised. But yeah, this morning, tour van, beautiful tour van, got us all the way to Dunedin back, and then got to the petrol station to fill it up before you dropped the rental back off, and then it just stopped working. So we managed to somehow get to the airport
transfer everything that you got in the van into an Uber.
Yeah, two Ubers, and we somehow got on the plane. We definitely cut it to the very last second. But it was fun. So thanks to everyone who helped.
I'm really glad that it happened, because otherwise we wouldn't have you here this morning performing, of course,
Yeah.
at this time anyway. Speaking of gigs, I just want to go a little bit further back, because you've done some really interesting gigs, and one of the ones that I want to talk about is the Catherine Mansfield's In Her Own Words, which was an event that happened here in Wellington at the MFC, the Michael Fowler
Yeah.
Centre, featuring a whole bunch of pretty much the who's who of the local scene, current local scene at the moment, and you were part of that fold. Tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about how that went.
Oh, it was great fun. I mean, just getting to hang out with musicians for the evening is always good fun.
The green room must have been
It was good fun.
just awesome.
It's just nice to
Yeah.
see everyone. Yeah, it was a nice show, and I didn't know what to expect from the show until we arrived, basically. So we were just performing a very small part in it, which is the song called The Wounded Bird, which was her last poem she ever wrote before she died. And so naturally we were a perfect fit, being so so depressing as we are. So yeah, we're not really, but
No.
we did that song, and Lontalius did one, which was really beautiful.
Yep.
And Julia Deans and Anna Connington and James Milne from Lawrence Arabia.
So how did it actually work? Were you given the poem to work on, and then everyone was giving a little project, and then we all come together, and hopefully it all works out?
Yeah, so the album actually came out last year, but the show happened later because of COVID.
Okay.
But Charlotte Yates, who's a local musician and really amazing thinker and songwriter, but she curated it, so she chose what artists would sing what, like figure out each poem. So, for example, Lawrence Arabia's did this one about I guess it was about the plague, or like it was about a cough. So he interpreted the song about a cough in such a perfectly Lawrence Arabia way that it was really good. So yeah, we all just worked on our own songs, got put out on the album, and then we got to perform them finally for the show.
Yeah, must have been awesome.
Yeah.
Is there likely to be more of those, do you think? Because
not sure what the plan is for this particular.
Would you jump on it again? if you had a
I
choice?
would,
Yeah.
because I thought it was great fun. I'm sure Charlotte will have an idea in her mind of who the next poet will be that she
Yeah.
gets a group of artists to interpret. So
It's a lovely way to commemorate such an incredible writer.
it is.
And be part of it, because that's monumental. You've cemented yourselves as one of the bands to be part of something like this.
Yeah, I felt very a lot of weight to get it do a good job, because she's so renowned and such a good writer. So yeah, and I learnt quite a lot in the process about her life, and that she actually died when she was 34, so very young.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go. Learning something today, Don Luchito. So speaking of the tour, we're way through the tour. This is, of course, the brand new single, the Overflow single release tour. You've played New Plymouth, that was a couple of weeks back, and you've just done Christchurch and Dunedin over this Friday and Saturday. You've got some other dates coming up, but tell me a little bit about the gigs in Christchurch and Dunedin, because you've been playing with different support.
Yeah.
acts.
Well, you can talk about the first.
Yeah, it was great to have our mate Ben Woods open for us in Christchurch, which is also kind of, a little bit of a funny thing, because we share a really similar last name. Like Ben and I, we're both Wood, but he's Woods plural. So
I'm glad you clarified that, because I was going to ask, hey, that's neat. I suppose Ben could open up for the rabbits, but
I think that was one of the good things about that show, is to be able to differentiate between the two people.
Wood and Woods. Yeah, and there was also another Ben there who was on sound support duties, so
right.
it's great.
And really cool young local artist in Dunedin, Neve Crooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
16-year-old, her first show.
Oh, wow.
She was amazing. Yeah, great songs.
Who lined that up? And why?
Oh, well, we did the show through this organisation called AWOL. So Abby Wolf is a musician down there, really great one as well. But she wanted to, I guess, bring artists from out of town down there, but then combine it with like a local element. So we're supporting an up-and-coming artist from Dunedin, and then having a sort of a mid-level artist from Dunedin, and then a out-of-towner. They were really great hosts. But I think we were their second show, so they had Anna Connington there.
Oh, cool.
Like a few months ago.
Yep.
So, it was really cool in the Port Chalmers Town Hall, which is a really nice building to play in. Yeah.
Yeah. And the dynamic work, because I can imagine you would have your idea as to who you would want to support you, but having someone else kind of curate that night or curate the evening, did it work with what you guys were doing? Were they sort of
definitely, yeah,
a shoo-in?
Yeah, definitely. I think given Abby knows the community well and knows what we sound like, so yeah, to find some really good matches for us.
Yeah, they were super awesome hosts. Yeah, great time.
That's a really cool thing. I really like that.
It was lovely.
Let's bring some big wigs into town, and then let's
not even big wigs, but some Midwigs.
Midwigs. Let's bring some midwigs from out of town, from Wellington, and then let's showcase some up and coming artists.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. They gave us some chocolate, so that really,
Oh, that
rounded it
seals-
all off.
That seals the deal.
Seals the deal.
It
Yeah.
does for me anyway, all the time. So that's halfway through the tour already done. And you've got 3 more dates coming up this weekend, or
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which finishes off the tour. So we are off to the Dome Cinema in Gisborne, and then playing the Globe Theatre in Palmerston North. Big gig, that one, in Palmy.
Yep.
And of course, finishing off the tour in Wellington. Why not Auckland? Why not Raglan? Why not New Plymouth?
Well, I actually really love both those 2 venues in Gisborne and New Palmerston North. They're really nice, especially the Gisborne Theatre is really beautiful and quite unique.
So you're looking
location.
specifically for places that you want to play because they're nice to play at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much on this tour it was like I wanted to play really nice sounding venues if we could.
Yeah.
And also Auckland, we played there at the Auckland Arts Fest earlier
Of
this year,
course,
so
yes.
we thought, they don't need us every time.
Mhm.
We'll spread it out a little bit, and we haven't been to Gisborne since our album release for the last album,
Yeah.
so long ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. So
Yay.
yeah, so we were like, let's go there, and we'll go to Auckland sometime.
I like this because you're quite specific as to where you want to go and why, and there's a reason, there's a sonic reason behind it. Because you could go to a hall, you could go to a venue, a bar, but you're looking for something more specific.
Yeah, trying to. These
Mhm.
days I'm trying to slowly find those venues that just really like complementary to what we do,
Mhm.
because we're a complex band in that I'm a very quiet singer and we've got this quite dynamic sound, so trying to capture that intimacy without losing other elements is
Yeah.
sometimes a challenge, so we're trying to do that as best as we can.
I like it. You're kind of
Yeah.
doing it your own way, It's
Indeed.
very important.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to be talking also about a brand new video for the single, which has just come out, and I had a look at it this morning, but I do want to maybe go ahead with another song before
Yeah.
we do that.
Of course.
What are we going to hear now?
We're going to do a new one that we will have out on the album
Mhm.
when it comes out, and again, one we've never tried as a duo, but it'll be sweet. It's called Money or the Bag, and it's sort of, I wrote it in LA, and at the time I thought it was just a really normal song, and then I was like, you know what I mean by, it's like comparing, like trying to choose between the money or the bag.
Mhm.
But then kind of realised it was after the TV show that was like
It's got some real Kiwi undertones.
very
Yeah,
Kiwi
Selwyn Too
undertones.
Good.
Yeah, so it's kind of this funny, like quite niche New Zealand song. I didn't
Yeah.
realise. So yeah,
It's special for those that know.
yeah, for
yeah.
anyone of a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here it is. The money or the bag, your dream or his hands. If only I could have both of them, 'cause it's the best thing I ever had. The sting or the bee, it's not easy. One suffocates you, the other races your chance to be happy. I'm not gonna leave you, but I can't believe you. That'll never be second best. By the time that you prove it, all the things that I'll be losing, it will be me with a baby at my breast. The washing all in piles, the dishes run for miles, and you'll be at your office desk. My guitar gathering dust, my dreams begin to rust. Always knew it would be something I regret. A life or a dream, call the submarine. If I could sing right under, avoid the rain and thunder, I would never have to second guess. I'm not gonna leave you, but I can't believe you, that'll never be second best. By the time that you prove it, all the things that I'll be losing, it will be me with the baby at my breast. The money or the bag, the money or the bag would be the best thing I ever had. The money or the bag, the money or the bag would be the best thing I ever had. The money or the bag, the money or the bag would be the best thing I ever had. The money or the bag, the money or the bag would be the best thing I ever had. The money or the bag, your dream or his hands. If only I could have both of them, 'cause it's the best thing I ever had. Thank you.
Being serenaded here this morning by French for Rabbits, by Brooke, and of course Ben in the studio with me this morning. What a treat. Thank you so much for coming in. A lovely song, as always. Lovely catchy melodies. Very just, float away with the song. Or you can pay attention and have a listen to what it's about.
Yeah, that's always good. I reckon.
I do want to talk about, actually, I would go for the bag.
Go for the bag.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah.
I think, it's uncertain, but
Yeah.
that's how you break new ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the bag's normally the one, unless on that show, occasionally it was like not the one.
Well, that's the game, isn't it? Unless I've got rent to pay, I'm going to go for the bag.
Great.
I'll take a chance. Now, their brand new album, the Overflow, is due in November. Will that bring forth a new tour sort of thing?
I think we will be doing a few very special shows for that one. Yeah.
And I read that you were going to be drip feeding us a bunch of singles as well before that.
Sure
Yeah,
are.
sure are. One of them, of
Yeah.
course, is the Overflow, which I saw the video of this morning. I wanted to have a little chat about the themes, the imagery.
Yeah.
There's some interesting things going on, and it kind of struck me finally, and I'm pretty sure people will get to it as well when they see it. It's lovely, it's warm, there's a lovely sort of yellow palette. I mean, it's yellow, everything's
Very
pretty much
yellow.
yellow, except for your socks.
Yeah.
Which
Were my socks in it?
Your socks were black.
I didn't own any yellow socks. Yeah.
But I'm glad they were there. But there's some really interesting imagery being portrayed in the video of delicate things being put in peril.
Yeah.
Was it on? Obviously, that was on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. The song itself is essentially about anxiety and panic attacks. So, but the song, like timbres and like vibe, is probably one of our more sort of sparkling kind of like like it's quite
It's pretty groovy.
pretty groovy. Yeah, this album in general is going to be a bit groovier
A
than
little bit funky.
bit funky around the edges. So so I guess the yellow was like that kind of like optimism that shines
happy
through.
sunshine. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good times. It's daffodils. It's
Yeah.
summertime. It's
All of that.
feel good.
But then, I really like, like there's like videos and stuff, like memes and stuff, where like, if you're like a perfectionist or like pedantic person, you want everything to be lined up nice and straight. But then if something's off edge, it like puts you on edge.
Yep.
So like a cup sitting on the edge of a
Yes,
right on the edge of
and
a
that
table.
keeps coming up. At first it's there and it's safe, but it isn't.
Yeah.
And then there is this sort of shot of it trying to be put on the edge and not really complying.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like trying to put you on edge at the same time as like make you feel good. So it's like this kind of juxtaposition. I guess I was trying to play on a little.
So was that your idea? You already had the idea as to what you wanted to show in the video?
It was we actually had a few amazing ideas for this video, but we came down to this one due to a shoestring budget. But I was talking to our friend Bill Bycroft, who's an amazing cinematographer who filmed it, and his pal Hamish Waterhouse. And between us three, we kind of come to this sort of vague idea, and then I ran around Wellington. I was like, what colour shall I make it? So I found some yellow things, and then Ben had a yellow jersey.
He's wearing it today.
Yeah, just it's only jersey, is it?
Well, that's what happens when you only own 2 sweatshirts. You quite often end up wearing the same things that you were wearing in music videos.
Yeah.
To live to ears.
Yeah.
Well, at least people go, oh, hey, where do I know that top from? Oh, that's right. I was watching the Friends for Rabbits video the other day.
Yeah, and who's that by? It's from an artist you are a fan of, right?
Oh, this is official Tirawak merch. Go check out Tirawak. She's awesome.
Speaking of tops, you've got some new merch for the video as well, Overflow.
Yeah, we teamed up with we have like long-time collaborators a lot of the time, and one of them is Devon Smith, who used to live in Wellington, but she lives in Dunedin now. She's like a amazing ceramicist and tattoo artist, and so she's designed a Overflow t-shirt for us, which is a house sort of submerged in water, which is quite funny actually, because my house, the day after we released the song, didn't get entirely submerged, but it got pretty watery.
I saw you post that on Facebook.
So it didn't go up to the windows or anything, but
no.
I was like, oh yeah, timing is very.
So that's rain on the sleeves, not tears.
Wow, interpret it how you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Completely up to the individual. All right, so we are going to go up with one last song. But before that, go and check them out as they come through Wellington. Of course, heading up to Gisborne this Thursday. Then Palmerston North on Friday. And have I got those dates right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, and then the 7th of August, which is Friday here in Wellington.
Saturday.
Saturday
Here
I knew I would get that one.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday. Of course, Saturday's the third one in that string of numbers.
Yes,
the dates.
that is right.
7th of August up at San Fran. FrenchForRabbits.com for tickets and information. Who's going to be supporting here in Wellington? What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
It's pretty exciting, actually. We got Ebony Lamb, who many of you will know from Eben Sparrow, but her own solo project. So lots of really new and beautiful songs. And then also very excitingly, our pal Jess Chambers, who some will know from a long while ago in like Rian Sheehan songs and the Woolshed sessions and things. But she went to America, lives in Nashville these days, and went like full like experimental. And
she's been posting up some really interesting videos of her playing with her synths.
Yeah, what's the word for it? Modular synths.
Yes, modular synths.
Lots of like cables and.
Because she was sort of an acoustic musician, and then she's gone fully electronic now, which I love.
Yeah, so I feel like where she's going and where Eb's going, we kind of, I feel like there's little elements of each in what we do. So. That kind of atmospheric thing, and so I think it's going to be a really cool mix of music. Yeah. So
right.
Dream Chambers is Jess's new project name. Yeah.
Now, specifically for the night, there'll be merch available. The tops.
We will have some all organic, and so they're pretty good. Feel quite nice and feel good for the environment. So.
Very thoughtful.
It's going to be good.
Thank you for that. And physical copies of the music, of the single?
Do not exist, but we will be doing soon, in a month or two,
Yeah.
we'll have pre-sales of the new record, which is going to be on vinyl, which is very exciting. So,
And of course, go to the website frenchforrabbits.com to keep up to date with all of that information. Otherwise, the Bandcamp page will also have those
yeah.
for people. Now, we've got one more song. What are we going to go up with?
We're going to try an old one
Mhm.
called Two's Company, which will be also another good fun time.
Now, most people would have expecting the single, Overflow, but we're going to save that one
Yeah.
for Wellington. You're
Gonna
going to have
save
to
that.
go and check it out live and direct this Saturday up at San Fran.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Or vote for it on your top 10, and then, it'll get there. Get out
Yes,
there on
top
the radio.
11.
Top
Top
11.
Top
10.
11.
But try and get us to top 10.
Yes.
That would be pretty good.
Top 3 at least.
Top
Top 2?
Top 2, maybe?
Let's go with top 2.
Okay, great. Perfect. Also, I didn't bring a piano, so I couldn't play that one.
Right, of course. Logistics.
Okay, I think this is in tune. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you suffer for love, is it worth twice as much? If you resist the call, will it linger on and inhabit your dreams so you cannot sleep because you're so afraid of what you might see? It's hard to make a choice based on the beat of the heart. It's hard to make a choice based on the sweat in your skin. It's hard to use your voice to say when it feels so weary and thin. Two's company, two's company. If you take out some time to just whistle and wait a while by the garden gate for the mail to arrive, maybe someone will send you a sign, a beam through the fog of what the future will be like. It's hard to make a choice based on the beat of the heart. It's hard to make a choice based on the sweat in your skin. It's hard to use your voice to say when it feels so weary and thin. Two's company, two's company. If you suffer for love, is it worth twice as much? If you resist the call, will it linger on and inhabit your dreams so you cannot sleep because you're so afraid of what you might see?
Right here on the Amplifier Show. Serenading us this morning, Ben Lemmy and the lovely, lovely Brooke Singer from French for Rabbits, 2 of 5, who will be in full effect this weekend at San Fran. Of course, you can go and check them out, find out more information on their website, frenchforrabbits.com. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well, and keep an eye out for the forthcoming singles. Don't forget, check out the brand new video, which the single that they're touring at the moment, and it's called Overflow. Highly recommend it. And what else can I say? Just keep doing that magnificent, lovely, angelic dream pop music that you make.
Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks,
Have a
Rody.
great
Cheers,
time
mate.
on the road, people.
We will. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. All right. 10 minutes past 12 here on the Amplifier Show, radioactive.fm. The weather will come a little bit later. In fact, I'll do it after the activity guide today. I'll lay you down some more grooves leading up to that in about 20 minutes or so. You're with the Amplifier Show.